I want to get into more detail about how it works, besides like just the onboarding and the first 2-day piece. Like, what is the extent of your in-house training program? Like, what does it entail? What can someone expect entirely from the in-house program that you have?
A big joke with my wife has been for years that it doesn't seem like I can walk into a hardware store or a lumber yard without somebody asking me how to do something. And we've always joked that, I don't know, I must have that look like I know what I'm doing because I never understand it. But we've always joked that I would love to start a help center in a lumber yard or something like that, where people question, hey, how do I do something? I'd love to tell you what I know. Right after COVID, we had a fairly large warehouse/shop area where people could come and check out tools that maybe the property didn't have on hand. A couple of people were officed here in the mezzanine area, and it ended up being a junk area. And I went to my boss and I said, I would love to start a training center in there. She was on board, loved the idea, said, have at it. So myself and both managers basically cleaned out this area, and I had a vision of what I wanted in it. And I asked my managers, one has got great vendor relationships with HVAC, our HVAC supplier, and one is predominantly appliances. And I asked them if they could go to them and see if we could get good used equipment to train on. Much to our surprise, our vendors jumped on with both feet and said, no, we want to donate all brand new equipment. So we stripped and fixed walls and painted the color scheme. I've got a vinyl cutter, so I cut wording out, and it's quite nice looking. I'm very proud of it. I love training. I love teaching people. So we, at present, are able to teach everything from electrical. We have a full line of appliances. We have plumbing. We have HVAC, full air conditioners. I'm trying to think. We're actually starting now with a vendor to teach our guys painting, drywall repair. That being said, when we start a new employee, we do their onboarding, getting them all set up here in the training center with what they need to know for apps, what apps are available, everything that we use, we get them onboarded and at least get them started with that. Also, what I didn't mention too, with our systems with a team lead, when it comes to training, it gives them somebody to shadow. So with the pod system, they can move around, and people with maybe better painting knowledge or better HVAC knowledge, they can work with them for a short period of time or long, whatever it takes, to learn specific items also. But in our training center, we have recommended and training that they have to do. Our manager that deals with training sets up schedules. If they're a new employee, they must attend the training. We do refresher courses. So if we're getting into spring, we know air conditioning is coming up. We do refresher courses. One of the other things I failed to mention is our vendors have also donated their techs and some of their, our HVAC has a guy that is, anybody that's out in the field, he's kind of the all-knowledgeable guy that they call. He actually comes in and does training for our guys too at no cost to us. Our appliance techs have come in and done training for our guys. We do in-house training also. I don't know of anything we're not touching on as far as training, but one of the big things that I'm pushing this year too is something I think that is kind of failed in our industry is just teaching how to troubleshoot. So many guys are YouTube and Google guys, and that's wonderful, but I don't want parts hangers. I want guys that know how things work and can figure out how to troubleshoot. So we're really pushing the troubleshooting training so that they know how to figure things out. And I think we've kind of done well with having everything covered in training. Plus, we still have that option of having them out in the field with a team lead or another tech that can help teach them.